yes, kind of fish.
It's a kind of cod.
Exactly. And also polenta rosé. What I can say, polenta rosé? Birds and with
and polenta.
Polenta, I don't know.
It's a corn, like a corn pudding.
Oh,
Exactly.
very nice.
Yes, there are a lot of kind of dishes in Verona.
Is there any one particular cuisine that you can't live without every day? That you must have it every day with your wine?
Every day,
Yes.
la pasta.
Oh, the pasta.
Yes.
Pasta.
Really? How do you keep in good shape if with pasta every day?
Yes.
It's because of pasta.
Yeah, I'm going to the gym. when I have time, and when I'm not in the vineyards, or in the winery, yes.
But believe me, being in the vineyards and the winery,
Yes.
you don't need a lot of gym.
Exactly. also because I have really old winery with the 4 floors. So I used to move the wine with the gravity, without pump.
Really?
So I go up and down for 4 floors every day. So I can eat all the pasta I want.
Now, what's the most memorable experience for you as a winemaker and a wine owner that is going to succeed your family business? And why do you choose to carry on the legacy and the heritage? Why? Why?
Why I choose this
Perché hai
word?
chiesto, hai
Yeah,
deciso di continuare
Yeah.
l'eredità della
I
famiglia.
say probably before quickly, because was quite normal to fall in love for this job when I saw my father every day with a smile after 16 hours of work. So I say, I don't know, I saw a lot of people after 8 hours, they are so tired to work. I saw my father work double and never sad and never, I can say boring, never, come si dice,
Complaining.
exactly. So it was really, yeah, so the family were really happy. Work a lot, I say, why are you so happy and work a lot when I was a child? And now I understand why. Because it's really nice to make something and other people are really enjoy for your work. That's really nice.
Mr. Paolo, for you, what would you recommend? Is there a restaurant that everyone should go to in Tuscany where you can find your wine and great cuisine? And of course, you're not afraid to tell the viewers.
I'm not afraid, but Tuscany is a beautiful region. There are so many places, and what can I suggest? If a viewer come to Tuscany and they are planning their trip, if they contact us and they tell us where they go, we give them the suggestions. But because there are so many good places and typical Tuscan food, there are fancier restaurant, they are very rustic, nice restaurant where you really feel comfortable. It depends on what people are asking from their.
But what would be the one place that you usually go to?
The one place I go is nice people, young people, and because they are very close to my place in the local village. It's called the La Locanda di Pietracupa. It's very nice. 2 young people, and my younger son used to work there summertime, so we have a very good relationship. But you go to Florence, you go to Siena, there are wonderful places. I love Le Logge in Siena, I love Arnolfo in Colle Valdelsa. There are so many suggestions, but in Tuscany, you go from Florence to Siena, there are so many medieval villages in between, each one with good restaurants, nice family restaurants. It is so difficult to make a choice.
I know because I made an experience to Paolo 10 years ago.
Dario is one of the ISOLE OLENA boys.
Yes.
Yes, you worked with him before,
yes,
right?
I worked 1 month in his
When I
winery.
was at
Yes,
university
10 years
making
ago. Yes,
his
very nice.
apprenticeship.
It was my experience in university. I went to Paolo.
Oh, and also your mentor too.
Exactly. It was not easy vintage 2001.
2001 started strange because we make a white wine, we make a Chardonnay as well, and I had a tasting in New York beginning of September 2001, and you know what happened on beginning of September 2001. So I was
You were stuck.
stuck in the
Exactly.
States
So I was there alone.
Wow.
with other people.
with my
obviously.
staff,
But without Paolo.
I was quite nervous for more than one reason.
Yes, I remember Paolo called the winery thing 40 times a day, just to know what happened in the winery, because he couldn't move because he was locked in New York, but he was like at home because he spent all the time on the floor.
On the phone. Yeah, but you know, it's,
So
making quality is also a matter of creating a good staff, because we cannot, the biggest mistake would be to pretend to be able to do everything. We have to have control on everything. And winemaking is a kind of a dictatorial business. Decision has to be made by one person, because otherwise you don't make a line to the target. But that one person has to make a decision having good help and coordinating people, otherwise the result will not come.
So if you had given a second chance in life to live your life again one more time, what would you do? Would you do this again?
I actually have the chance to live my second life, and I'm already living my second life.
Oh.
Because in 1999 I could buy from my family the old land abandoned in Piedmont, and I started to replant it. It is a huge experience which is difficult to happen to so many people, to have a lifetime experience of more than 30 years, and then you start everything again from scratch, but with more experience. Of course, agriculture, you change place, you change variety, and you have to change a lot of things, but at least I already have the experience, and I started my new life, so I'm a baby again. The beauty of my new project in Piedmont is that it's not my new project. I call it my new old project, because I was actually searching for the roots of my family, roots of my passion for wine. So I was looking to the past, and my son, who was not really interested in wine, he got the view. Looking at the project from the very beginning, he got the passion, and now he's actually in charge of the vineyard in Piedmont. So I was looking for the past, and I found the future, and this is the beauty.
Wow.
When you feel like a bridge, you feel you are connecting something. The bridge is connection, and I'm the bridge. And at the end, I realized that what is this bridge? This bridge is what we call tradition. Trade. It's not the history. Tradition is not looking at the past, which has already happened. Tradition is life, so it's the bridge which connects trade, the information and the experience from the past to the future. This is tradition. Tradition.
Wow. Do you feel the same way, Doctor?
It's similar because my father made I can say gift 10 years ago, another winery for the red. So I made for myself Valpolicella and Amarone too. So I don't make only Soave. So every day I go to Soave for made my love Soave, but also I live in another house where we have the second winery, and for made a red wine. So that's the reason why I also made that experience to Paolo.
Amazing.
Because I wanted to make something mine. Because it's difficult to try to make the wine the same way or better than what my grandfather or my father did. But I think it's more difficult to make something completely new, something with your style. So I wanted to put my style, just to try my experience. I want just to try something mine, really only mine. So I have another one.
What is Italian culture in your own region? People are trying to find a definition. What is Italian culture?
What is Italian?
Cos'è la cultura italiana per te?
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's a great
Italian.
Yes. Because
probably the Italian culture is the family. Because if you go around the world, you don't see, especially in USA or another place, you don't see this kind of work. So the grandfather passed to the grandfather, the father passed to the son. So you don't see this kind of work. In Italy, you see the family. So every day we have a lunch together, we speak about the work, we discussion about everything. So probably the families is something really important in Italy.
And how about yourself, Mr. Paolo?
I
What is
think,
Italian? What is
I
Italian?
think the answer was very good about the family, because traveling the world, you don't see the same sense of family. Italy is a country which is difficult to define, because you go to the north, you go to Südtirol, you almost have a German culture. You go to Sicily, it's quite different. You come to Piemonte, it's different again. I was born in Piemonte, I live in Tuscany, and I had my problem in getting adapted. If we want to make a general statement beside the family, I would say almost all over Italy is something which depends on how you look at it, because you could look at it as a little lack of ability to organize things. If you want to be positive, is a very strong sense of flexibility and fantasy. So this attitude of the Italians sometimes is a problem, often is a problem, because things are not that easy and organized and planned, but often is a huge opportunity, because we are very fast in taking the opportunities and changing and adapting what was our original plan. So the Italians are creative, and they travel and they move. You go, at least of my experience in the wine business, I feel we are building something. We need more communication. We need sometimes to put our things in a little less chaotic way. We need to put our efforts more together. Too many people doing too many things without putting the efforts. So a very strong individuality is probably part of Italy, which is good, which is bad.
And what is Tuscany to most people, even for yourself? You made a lot of good.
Tuscany is the essence of artisan ability. The individuality and the skill in Tuscany is the skill to do things the artisan way. And this is something I admire. Tuscany gave the best during the Renaissance, so actually Tuscany has changed the history of Europe with the Renaissance. We would love to see a new Renaissance now, and I think Italy really needs a new Renaissance. But I think it's a matter of time. We are waiting for the young people to realize that we should not wait for the future, but we should be a little more active in building our future.
Rightly spoken. And how about yourself? What is the culture in Verona, and where you are right now today? Huh? The essence of
La
Verona.
cultura invece specifica di Verona. Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, Verona, we are really romantic. It's a romantic, probably it's one of the most romantic cities in the world, probably after Venice, but Verona.
Or after
Venice.
Paris.
Oh, after Paris, exactly, sorry, probably, yes. But everybody know Verona for Romeo and Juliet.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, okay, the story probably not finished very well, but but never mind. Everybody knows the story probably in the beginning, not in the end. Yes.
Yes. And so, before we close, what will be the 3 key advice for future winemakers like yourself, if you could give, for those who want to pursue, the art of winemaking, especially Asians as well. Asia is growing and booming, and also, for yourself, sir, Mr. Paolo, what would be your 3 key advice on establishing business in Asia? How do you, if you could give 3 key advice to businessmen and export managers, who are getting themselves into the business of wine, you know, really, because it can be very challenging. So
It is very challenging, and it is a long-term business. So I don't know. My advice is always the same. Don't forget, it's a long-term business. Don't put the short terms up front, and listen to people. This is a different culture, different food. People taste differently. Listen to them, and don't think that you have to change them. Just think, try to understand, and I don't know. I'm not specialized in marketing. I am a winemaker. I'm not experienced enough with Asia because maybe I have come 6 or 7 times. I do not pretend to understand such a huge, it's a continent with huge differences as well.
is the challenge all about language in Asia?
Nah, people understand each other even when the language is
Yes.
a problem, but the problem is not the language. The problem is different attitudes, different habits, different probably different perceptions of taste.
Yes.
When you see the food here, not only spice, but we forgot about sweetness.
Exactly.
And sweetness, I think, is at least as important as the spice in food here. So we have to understand how to play with spice and sweetness.
For me, it's difficult. It's my first day in Singapore, so I don't have a lot to suggest.
I understand, but what would be your advice for winemakers? Because there's in Southeast Asia, you know, we have a growing number of Asians going abroad to France, you know, and to even to Italy and other parts of Mediterranean, studying, you know, the art of winemaking. So, what would be the tricky advice for those who want to succeed in becoming a winemaker?
But if you want to become a really nice winemaker, it's don't worry, Paolo. It's really important to believe in your soil. So before you go in the soil, you know the soil, the terroir. Like said Paolo before, you need to feel what the vineyards feel. So before growing with the vineyards, after growing the winery, so not wait the grapes in the winery, but just growing up with the vineyards. So it's really, really important. Think the wines you made in the vineyards. In the winery you can do only bad. So I can't say maybe puoi solo peggiorare. You can do only worse. So it's really important to find the bunch really healthy, really not really sano, healthy. Yes. So also you need to have your mind, your idea of style of wine. So not follow the market, because when you follow the market, you arrive every time late, because the market every 5 years change. So my wines seems like 40 years ago. We never changed the wines. We never made the wine maybe more round or more salad or more acidity. We made our wines, all of my wines are the same style.
Consistency.
So it's really important you have your style. Not think what your neighbor, the other winemaker, made. Think about your style. Probably in the beginning it's not easy, because if you made international style, it's easier in the beginning, but it's not longer. So think about your style and believe in your style.
Well said by Italy's best wineries, you know, from the PIEROPAN and also from ISOLE OLENA. And once again, thank you for joining me here at the National Critics' Choice, the Stienberg Review. I'm Robin Steinberg. Have a good week ahead, and do visit Tuscany and also Verona, and look out for their wines. And once again, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
You will be very welcome. Thank you for
Thank you.